YouTube family, it's April G. Showers back at y'all with a piece that I wrote this morning. As y'all saw in the title, it's called Pretend. It's my life story. I know many of you have heard my life story, but this is for those who may be new to my channel, who may come to my channel that have never been to my channel before, to those who have been here and may have never heard my life story. I'm very proud of this piece. This is more spoken word, talking, poetry, if you will. I did pick out some music to go in the background. I'll put the link to that music in the description box if anyone wants to check it out. I read it to Jackson earlier. What did you think about it, Jackson?
I thought it was really poetical, very inspirational, and really good.
Thank you. So yeah, I wanted to share it because I always want to share my story. I will forever share my story with the hopes of helping someone, and it's therapy for me. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoy it. April G. Squad, fist bump. Love y'all. Let's get it. Yay, he's finally home. Oh no, they're fighting again. I'll just jump in bed, close my eyes, and pretend. Awesome, it worked. Today's a new day. He'll be off work soon, then we can go play. We went into my room, got my paper and my pen. I'm always the teacher. It's fun playing pretend. I'm 7 years old now. They say we need to talk. They say Daddy's leaving. Am I the one at fault? Daddy, please don't go. I'll never do it again. As he's dragging me across the yard, I wish this was pretend. Let go of Daddy's leg, April. You'll get to see him soon. This is what's best. Now go play in your room. I run straight to my room, grab my paper and my pen. Now I have no students. I guess I'll just pretend. They're both getting remarried. I feel so confused. Why is this happening? Is this what normal families do? I feel so alone. Gotta keep it bottled in. Suck it up, April. Wear a smile and just pretend. I'm gonna be a big sister. I'm now 13 years old. Grab my paper and my pen. Gonna teach him everything I know. I love him so much. He is my best friend. We can talk about anything. I no longer have to pretend. I'm in high school now. I just turned 15. After switching schools and moving, things are finally serene. I'm doing well in school. The bad has come to an end. I played basketball outside today. I'm good. I like to pretend. We've played after school every day since I moved to Tennessee. We sit beside each other on the bus. Sharing headphones is a necessity. This morning she didn't ride the bus. Grab my paper and my pen, put my Walkman on, play my music, and just pretend. I brought her back the shirt I borrowed that says Class of 99. I tell her in the hall, give it back this afternoon, she replied. She bent down to get some water, and I was talking to my friend. When we heard some loud noises, we thought this has to be pretend. Then I looked down the hall. There he stood in all black. He rides our bus too, and always sits in the back. Oh my God, he's got a gun. His arm starts to extend. He's aiming our direction. Please say this is pretend. He's trying to shoot the teacher. This has to be a joke. There goes those sounds again. My friend leans up and grabs her throat. I was in complete shock and worried about my friend. They rushed us all to the lunchroom. This has to be pretend. I got back on the bus, so scared, confused, and alone. I prayed and turned the music up the entire bus ride home. Got home, threw down my bag, turned the news on in the den, both the TV and the radio. Then I knew it wasn't pretend. It was on every channel. Breaking news, a school shooting. Just shut up already. How is my friend doing? Then I finally heard her name. Please say she's on the mend. Diane Collins died on the operating table. God, please let this be pretend. No school the next day, and no memory of it either. I know one thing for sure though, that's when I gave up on being a teacher. Went to school the day after that. I couldn't ride the bus without my friend. My mom drove me to school. Suck it up, April, just pretend. It felt like a scary movie, walking back into that place. News reporters and cameras everywhere, and that yellow crime scene tape. Shaking all over, I walked inside. You could hear the drop of a pin. That's how very quiet it was. We all knew it wasn't pretend. Time went by, the memories stayed. I ended up with PTSD, along with flashbacks and nightmares. We were not given any therapy. We all just had to deal with it. Grab my paper and my pen, start writing and blast my music, back to playing pretend. Now I'm 16 and a sophomore, overflowing with pain and grief. Took my first hit of a joint, finally some relief. Yes, I found the solution. Exhale my pain into the wind. Turn the music louder, getting good at playing pretend. Time goes on, I'm 24. Getting high was my routine. No more pain, grief, or sorrow. Then my phone begins to ring. I pick it up, it's my dad. Please don't preach again. He said it's about your brother. Now I know this is pretend. By this time I'm a nurse, numb to pain I thought, but nothing could prepare me for this pain that was brought. They found a tumor on his brain, he said. Complete silence on my end, followed by screaming, "No!" Hit the blunt and just pretend. We saw a doctor the next day who referred us to someone else. Waiting was the worst part. God, please, we need your help. Went to a neurologist next. It was close to year end, almost Christmas, and he's just 11. Time to drift away and pretend. My brother had brain surgery and did really well. Had to wait till after New Year's to get results. It was hell. Then on January 4th, 2005, we're back at his office again to get the good news we've prayed for, because this is all just pretend. He walks into the room. You'd think he was in a coma. With zero emotion, he stated, "Jordan has medulloblastoma." Being a nurse, I'd done my research. I knew exactly what that meant. I ran straight to the chapel, screaming, "God, why ain't this pretend?" Stayed in the hospital chapel to scream and cry and pray. "God, why are you doing this? I'll gladly take his place." By this time, I'm an addict. Tried many things to make it end. I still didn't realize I was, though. I was a pro at playing pretend. My brother went into remission, but me, I stayed addicted. Then got pregnant at 26 and knew I had to quit it. But I quit because I was pregnant. It wasn't really the end. Nobody knew about it. I was now the master of pretend. Jordan's brain cancer came back. By now my drug of choice was pills, opiates to be exact. I still worked and paid my bills. Got Eminem's new CD, Recovery, played it over and over again. Then one day I woke up and realized, time to stop playing pretend. 2 days later I went to rehab. I was gone for 90 days, and as hard as it was, I knew I had to change my ways. Thank God my son was just nearly 4 when I went in, because with him I never had to just play pretend. At 3.5 years clean, my little brother passed away. Watching him take his last breath is forever etched in my brain. I was left to grieve alone. Grabbed my paper and my pen. First time I started writing when I wasn't playing pretend. But I just sank deeper and deeper and wanted to be dead. So 6 months after he died, I put a gun to my head. Thank God I thought about it and played the tape to the end and had to remind myself, April, this isn't pretend. So I put the gun away and fell straight to my knees, begging for forgiveness and screaming at God, please, please let me know he's okay. He was my best friend. I lost both the ones I had and don't want to start to pretend. Not long after that plea, God blessed me with a sign. I felt my brother hug me. It was straight from the divine. I began crying tears of comfort and knew I'd see him again, and that it's okay to not be okay. I don't ever have to pretend. I went back to nursing, then my health began to decline. I had to quit my passion and career after over 2 decades of my life. Then I got another call. My mom was on the other end. She said my big brother was very sick. It sucks not playing pretend. Then he passed away too. Does the pain ever stop? Maybe I deserve it all. God, I'll gladly swap. Again, left to grieve alone. Grab my paper and my pen. I can't imagine my parents' grief, so I have to just pretend. My son and I moved in with my mom. I felt like a failure at life. My independence was ripped away. Bring on the pain and strife. I just isolated in my room. YouTube, I started to binge. Nothing better to do. Might as well just pretend. I found these things called reactions. Never heard of them before. But once I started watching them, I was hooked for sure. 39, no job, depressed. Felt like my life was coming to an end. But watching those reactions helped me to pretend. The more and more I watched, the more the thought crossed my mind. Hey, I could do that, but I quickly pushed that thought behind. 'Cause who would really want to watch me? Who would really want to spend time looking at my fat, ugly self without playing pretend? Then after going to my first live stream, they all gave me motivation, and I started my channel the next day despite all my hesitation. I did my first reaction to homicide with Logic and Eminem. Loved every second of it and didn't have to play pretend. Now I'm at over 9.2k subs just by being the real me. I got to interview Tech9 and be part of a community. Yes, I get frustrated at times and feel like I'm climbing uphill. I get mad for not being as fast as I was because unfortunately I am ill. I was told I won't live to see 45. Grab my paper and my pen. I know I'm doing the best I can. I wish this was pretend. But giving up is not in my DNA, and I know it could be much worse. People control and hate all they want. I'm just grateful I'm not in a hearse. And there are at least 3 things I'm proud of if my life should come to an end. My son, my recovery, and I did it all without having to pretend. That was hard. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. Again, the link to the instrumentals in the description box. Y'all please comment below y'all's thoughts. Be real. Be respectful, please, but be real. Please like this video on your way out. A lot more important than you think. And please subscribe to my channel, y'all. April G. Score. Fist bump. Love y'all. And I'll see y'all in just a little bit. Peace out.